Hola. This is my presentation on tipos de bebidas alcohólicas en España y Hispanoamérica. So the first one is El Vino de Naranja, which is orange wine. It was created first in Spanish countries. It's wine made from white wine grapes they use for it, but they keep the skin on it so that it ferments differently. The contact from the skin of the grapes is what causes the orange pigment in the wine while it's fermenting. Spain is the third largest producer of wine in the world and supplier of wine for other countries, followed by a lot of other Spanish countries. It is typical to drink wine daily in Spanish countries, typically with dinner, which is a lot longer than our dinner and later at night. So they typically drink it throughout the whole dinner, almost every night. Rioja and Ribera del Douro are two valleys and vineyards that are the largest suppliers in Spain, and they're the most popular and known for their wine. Right now, there is a lot of speculation on whether orange wine is like kind of like a mistake and just a fad because of the color, whether it's actually like good. And from what I've read, most of the Spanish articles I read, they really like it there. So I just thought that was interesting. And from what I read, I think this is a really good discovery for wine lovers. The second one was tequila, which is a distilled beverage made from the blue agave plants. So tequila was first made in Mexico, because it's the only place they have found the blue agave plants. There's a place called Tequila City that is northwest of a city in Mexico called Guadalajara. This is where they found the largest population of the blue agave plants and where they get them to produce majority of the world's tequila. They're here because the red volcanic soils in this region of Mexico is what helps the blue agave plants to like flourish and actually grow, and it's well suited for them. There's over 300 million blue agave plants that are harvested every year to and produce tequila in Mexico. And now there's Mexican laws that tequila can only be produced in certain states of Jalisco, and only some other places can actually produce it and supply it to the rest of the world, since there's not that many of these plants. The third kind of alcohol in Spanish countries is rum, which is a distilled alcoholic drink made by fermenting sugarcane molasses or sugarcane juice. Although rum is typically said to be originated in Caribbean islands and areas in the Caribbean, Brazil actually was recorded to producing rum as early as in the 1620s, and they were said to be one of the first places, and they were said to be the ones that mastered the sugar cane and how to ferment it right. There's different kinds of rum. There's light rums, which are typically used in other cocktails, and then there's darker rums, or they call them golden rums, which are supposed to be drank on the rocks, which is iced, or they are used in cooking. And then the more premium rums are meant to be just drinking straight. The fourth is Calimocho, which it's also called Calimatzco, which is a drink that's half red wine and half cola flavored soft drink. This drink is it's not like brewed in Spanish countries. It's just like a mixed drink that they came up with. I guess it only originated in the they only started making them in the 1970s. And it's one of Spain's most popular and international mixed drinks that people order already. It's said that it's sold at any bar or any place that sells liquor that you can go to in Spanish countries. And it's become one of the more iconic drinks in the world. And then the last one is chicha, originating in the Andes in Amazonia regions in Latin America. Chicha or chicha de Ora, it's a corn beer, and although you can put a lot of people, or it's brewed with a lot of other things, you can use different indigenous vegetables and fruits and spices to have different flavorings in it. I know chili is like one of the more popular flavorings they use in it, but it's said to be used during the Incan Empire, and they use it in a lot of rituals and religious festivals and gatherings. Um, it's also mainly found to be used or brewed and drank in areas during Machu Picchu. And